Right, luckily I'm not paralysed. I'm very limited in mobility, and just to let you know, when you are stuck, there is no physical way you can move the tank chair. There is no physical way possible to move that tank chair. Once you're stuck, you need other people to lift 1/4 of a ton of chair to get you out the wherever you're stuck. It's not moving. Right, now try turning again. And the other way. It's stopping, isn't it? Yeah. Keep it going. You can see it's just not trying to turn. And the other way.
There's some funny noises coming as well before it does what it's been asked to do.
Right. This is my standard wheelchair. You can see its wheels spinning. It can't get a grip here, but it just proves that this wheelchair is more powerful than the tank chair. Look at this, no problem at all. And if I do the same with the tank chair, as you can see, it's not spinning, it's not turning anything. As soon as you go off-road, that is it. Yeah, it's having a jump. So even go forward now, look. If I can get back onto the track there and Emma follow me, I'll show you it turning off-road. As soon as I'm on the hard standing now, this is solid floor.
Won't that go?
No. It just will not turn with me on it. Look. Even forward to stick. I'll have a little run up here.
Speak to me.
As you can see, it's not turning. I'm trying to turn around.
And that's not turning on hard standing?
No. It's just dead.
So what chance does it stand off-road?
None. It won't even cope with the truck. Leo, can you come? Same as usual with the tank chair. My son has to move it because I can't. Can you try turning it round, please, mate? See if it'll turn for you.
How is that supposed to be freedom?
Turn the other way. The most powerfulest wheelchair in the world, yet it hasn't got as much power as a standard wheelchair. It will not turn, and it costs $20,000 US dollars, which is about £15,000, bought for me. Now the company have removed me, are not responding to the 28 days I requested, which is a fair reasonable amount of time to get it sorted. And Brad Soden's removed me off Facebook, and TANKCHAIR Mobility has also moved me off Facebook. Emma wanted to, and my wife's been removed from the Facebook page as well. With the tank chair, we give them 28 days, which under UK and Arizona law is a reasonable time to get these things sorted. One other thing I will state is when the tank chair got delivered, they were having electrical fault with the light bar. Now they had got because they had managed to get the new supplier for the controls, which is PG Drives based in the UK. They managed to get the controllers cheaper. Brad was talking to me about, he said he would have a refund. He'd be able to give me some back because they saved some money. And I said, well, I need lights and that. And he said he would sort that out with the price. At Christmas, they said a couple of weeks' time, we'll send you all the paperwork.
No, Jim, just make it clear, at Christmas 2010.
Yeah, at Christmas 2010. they said that they will send the tank chair out. The light bar will follow in a couple of weeks. It's over a year now, still no light bar. And when they bring the chair down here, Leo. When they sent the tank chair, they haven't even sent it complete. Off here is missing the anti-slip foot plate. They said they would send that down with the light bar. Your feet slide off here and hit the tracks. If you go off-road or anything like that, and also you feel like you're going to fall out of it when you're going down a hill. It is, for £20,000, the worst wheelchair I have ever bought, and as the most powerfulest wheelchair in the world, it can't cope with my weight. Now, when we ordered the tank chair, we said before we finally paid, after we ironed everything out, the one last thing that I checked before we actually okayed for Liz Soden to take the payment was to state that, is it okay? Is there a weight limit? I apologise. Is there a weight limit to the tank chair? And she said, well, it's the most powerfulest wheelchair in the world. I said, well, it states 2 horsepower, and my normal everyday wheelchair copes with my weight, so it should be fine. Liz Soden turned around and said, well, look, I tell you what, pay, I will check with Brad and make sure it's okay. If it's not okay, we will refund you before the chair even gets made. She failed to tell Brad Soden, ask him about my weight. He wanted to make a chair for me. He wanted to put 2 horsepower motors on it, which he said that from the very beginning. They were in the process of being made. As it turns out, with the design he didn't allow for the bigger motors to fit. So basically the tracks, the whole of the chassis needs replacing. All the seat and everything can be used, but as it stands, it's because of the cost, they're just not interested. Tank chair, congratulations, you managed to make a disabled man very, very sad. Be a profile 1, press the profile button. Not going up there, turn it around. Carry on up a bit more. Is that locking up? Yeah, it's lost all power. And is that stuck? Emma, can you bring the camera up? Keep it recording, walk on up. There you are. There is a tank chair where an 8-year-old kid can't even operate it because it gets stuck.
Is that stuck at the moment, Leo? Right, let me
show the powers on and everything. Press it and hold it across, Leo.
Hang on, Leo, let me come round because...
Just not turning, is it?
Right, left.
Keep it, hold it to the side. Keep it there. As you can see, look, it's physically locked up. Physically locked.
So he's got his hand on the joystick.
That's an 8-year-old, 9-year-old child. Can't even operate it because it's jamming.
So your hands.
So are you stuck
all the way,
Leo, or
all
can you
the
go
way
forward and backwards?
So it's all the way to the left. So you can go forward and backwards.
But it will not turn, will it?
No.
But it won't turn.
Right, take it back down to the van.
So that proves.
Oh, when you go backwards either now, Leo?
It does, but I just don't want to fall off backwards.
You'll be alright, mate. Sit on it. Trust Daddy. It feels like it's going to tip, but it won't. Just go very slowly. Go on, a bit quicker.
It would tip, but you just hold on to the other handle.
Go on, a bit quicker.
That's it. That's it. Well done.
Turning on the hard stranding, Leo.
Left.
Even on hard standing?
Even on hard standing. And hang on, just to prove, here's me on a standard NHS wheelchair. Turning away, left.
And Leo, you try that joystick to turn.
Right. Left.
So the tank chair that is supposed to take you where places
wheelchair.
Can't even do right.
The tank chair versus a bog standard NHS wheelchair, which is prescribed to me by my doctor. It's fantastic. That can't move and won't move. Thanks very much, tank chair. Okay, let's take it out, mate. Prove the point. Just before I go, I will state, go on, try and turn around if you can, Leo, face the camera. No, can't even get it to turn around to face the camera, look.
What's that noise?
Yeah, there's all sorts of grinding and all sorts coming from it.
Can't move right.
You can't move right,
It's
you
a
can't
pile of
move
scrap.
left. Yeah. Just come round him and show that.
Yeah, because he can't turn to face
we haven't
me.
put anything like a stick or anything in there to stop the wheels turning. Go on, Leo. Turn to the right. Just goes so far, clicks a few times and stops. One other thing as well, they say it's all weather design and can go in water.
Rubbish.
8 inches of water and the fuses get shorted. Point to the motors. We was advised to put silicone on the back of the motors to stop them shorting. It is not designed to go into water, not in the slightest.
To be stranded on a beach and not being able to move, waiting for the motors to dry before you can leave the beach is really humiliating for a disabled person.
Luckily, I'm able to get out of the wheelchair.
But even so, you have to leave the tank chair on the beach.
Anybody who's paralysed gets stuck in that. They're stuck. There's a quarter of a tonne of wheelchair, 220 kilograms that weighs. It's just short of a quarter of a tonne. It's not something you can just pick up and move. Another thing as well, they say it's all-weather design. I went to PG Drives in Christchurch. Their controllers are not waterproof. They're water resistant. They don't
splash proof.
They're splash proof. She said she would not advise, and they're not advised to be used in any weather more than a very foggy mist. Any rain or anything, they will short. They are not designed to be used in all weathers, and they are certainly not designed to be used in water. Oh, and another thing they picked up on, a mistake which a lot of wheelchair users make, the actual control unit, which is round by the batteries, you can't see it at the moment because obviously the seat's on, is put with the wires going down into it. That means any moisture which gets in runs down into the contacts, also shorten it. I tell you, they made a mess of this. They made a mess of my life. You don't believe you wouldn't believe how much depression, how many times I've sat and cried because of the tank chair, and now all tank chair can do is ignore me. Sorry, it's not good enough. If my recommendation, don't get a tank chair. It's a waste of money. That is no more than a pile of scrap. Not even my kid, my 9-year-old lad, can use it because it's not working. Come on.